Ladies and gentlemen, we are now back with Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. In this ranked 1v1 showdown, we're yet again going to be playing the Adeptus Astartes or the Space Marines, and this time around we're going to be using the Dark Angels chapter. So unlike Chaos or the Orcs, the chapters don't give you any unique traits, which is definitely a bummer because I could see the Blood Angels just having better boarding and close quarters combat. For example, the White Scars might be a little bit faster and more maneuverable, and things like that could be pretty neat. But anyways, as far as the abilities go, we're going to be using the Stasis Bomb, so teleport to bomb to a maximum distance of 13,500 units, and as the name would infer, it locks them in a stasis and pins them in place, which is pretty good for closing the distance. If we're playing against like Dark Eldar or some of the quicker factions, maybe it'll help. I'm not really sure, but we'll find out. On top of that, we're going to be going for the Supercharged Void Shield. So this makes the ship's shields invulnerable for 10 seconds and also causes regeneration. So it should be quite useful if our opponent's going to be trying to goon and snipe out our ship. So we'll see. Usually I like to use the plasma bombs and all those other tools, but with the Space Marines, you're not trying to as much do hull damage as you are trying to hulk the enemy ships and just disable them. I mean, you can win on damage, but they're going to be more effective with boarding. So I figured just being invulnerable and being able to get close and board is going to be a little bit stronger. So on top of that, we have the Emission Dissipator, which is going to be even better considering the changes we made to our most recent Space Marine fleet. So the ships can use maneuvers without being identified. So if you have escort ships or light cruisers, you're able to accelerate, make these fancy maneuvers, just get across the map faster without revealing yourself to your opponent. So it's very, very good. And I don't know if the Dark Angels thematically are very sneaky, but I don't know. I guess he kind of looks a little bit sneaky. But anyways, we do have the company banner as well, which assault skills cooldown is reduced by 10%, and this applies only to our flagship. So I know there's the micro warp jump as well as the Emperor's Tarot somewhere in these areas, and those are just the best abilities. But I'm still leveling up Space Marines. I haven't played them too much. I'm still relatively new. This is going to be, I played, I guess, a handful of games in the beta as well, but yeah, we're going to be going in with these guys. So for our build, the power armor, you guys saw it last time, but it's going to be different. So we are going to be using 3 strike cruisers, which are the MK2s. These guys have boarding torpedoes. They have some decent firing capacity with macro batteries, but really, you're going to be trying to get close, torpedo them, and just get ham. However, the one thing we're going to be changing from our previous build is we're going to be going with the Vanguard MK1s. So I just clicked on these ships, and somebody in the comment section last time recommended them, and I was like, oh my god, they have boarding torpedoes, they have fighters, they have so much going on, but the drawback being is that they don't really have any guns. So you have a launch bay, you have your torpedoes, and yeah, a really light, pitiful macro battery. So, but I mean, we're just trying to board anyways, and the fighters are useful for boarding because you can attack their turrets with the fighters and then boarding torpedo them. Therefore, the turrets are going to be shooting the fighters and not the torpedoes. So that's going to be our fleet, and they're also light cruisers, which means they can go on running silent. I think they can, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can see it right here. And they're also not going to be revealed. So, I mean, I could go with my whole fleet like that, but I kind of want to have a bit of a distraction force with our main fleet and then have these guys be doing sneaky stuff around the periphery. We got 2 hunters as well. These are just going to be escort ships. They have boarding torpedoes, and yeah, they're pretty solid. I like those little guys. So I think that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road and see if we can find an opponent here. Sometimes it does take some time, but I found that if you start to search and then you cancel and then you start it again, it kind of does improve it if it takes too long, but shouldn't take too long. I'm relatively low ranked with the Space Marines. I only, like I said, have a handful of games, so it should be a little bit easier to find it. For when I play Chaos, for example, it takes quite some time to find opponents because of the higher brackets, and it does try and match you with people who are close to your relative skill and ranking and I guess MMR or whatever, but yeah, the Dark Angels and lore. For any of you guys who play 40k and are familiar with the Space Marine lore, I'm quite curious about the Fallen. They have the Fallen, which are these characters that are kind of ambiguous and mysterious. And there's also this named character, which I keep seeing at Games Workshop when I go to pick up Death Guard stuff. And apparently he has the Chaos keyword, so he can be used in Chaos list. It's some sort of weird thing, but if any of you guys are Dark Angels fans and you know about that, let me know. I'm actually quite interested about the storyline and thematics of those characters. Or if you have book suggestions as well. I'm definitely looking to get more into the 40k lore. So here we are, Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. We're going to be jumping into a match here. Let's see what our opponent is. What treachery awaits us. Space Marine versus Space Marine would be pretty funny. Oh no, I cursed it! Oh, we're playing another Space Marine. We're going to be playing these Space Wolves. So we do have a Space Marine on Space Marine Civil War here. Oh man, this is going to be interesting. Now I wonder if he's going to be going with the Battle Barge with Micro Warp Jump, and or if he's going to be going with the Mass Stealth Fleet. We'll see. This should be interesting. Man, hopefully he's probably going to be way more experienced than I am. Granted, if the matchmaking has anything to do with it, it should be fine. All right, so we're going to get these guys. These are going to be our, our heavy hitters, just going in and doing the boarding and all that fun stuff. And we will go into, we're probably going to go into Brace for Impact because that does augment the strength of your turrets, which is going to be very good against boarding tactics. And these guys are going to be in Group 2. Now, I could use these guys. They're going to be running silent. Yeah, so let's go ahead. I know I have to hit the hotkey now, which is a little bit different. So we'll get our little escorts. They're going to creep up around the side of the map here. No, not you guys. And you guys are going to be in Group 2. Sometimes the grouping can get a little bit weird in this game. And group 3, you guys can creep up the edge of the map as well. And let's give you 3, and you guys are going to be running silent. No, we have to hit the button now. Yes, that's right. Okay, so first things first, we're going to be grabbing this objective, and we could just kind of play the control game. Like, try and pull the battle over in this direction, and then keep these guys in like a really deep reserve and just back cap with them. We'll find out. So I actually think the fighters are going to be pretty useful here because they will intercept the boarding torpedoes. So maybe, just maybe, yeah, probably. And we can do troop damage with the Thunderhawks as well. They do assault actions, I'm pretty sure. So, all right, so let's see what's cracking. Good luck to my opponent, and let's do it to it. All right, so these guys are going to be sneaking up the edge of the map, just kind of lurking and waiting right here. So we'll go ahead and accelerate because they're not going to reveal themselves. We could accelerate with the light cruisers, and it looks like, if it looks, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a battle barge, like this big ship, and a couple MK2s, I think. So he's definitely going to have a pretty heavy hitting flagship, but if we can just focus our boarding efforts on it, he can transfer troops. Since the new patch, basically boarding actions or damage over time effects are not damage, but it doesn't immediately kill the enemy crew, which actually makes sense, right? Like, when you board an enemy ship, I would imagine in this universe, there's going to be some fighting and, you know, squabbling on the decks. So why would it, like, instantly kill their entire crew? I mean, I know the Space Marines are pretty alpha, but even still, I don't know. All right, so we're going to be going across here, and, yeah, I probably should have saved a small ship over here, but I really just want to kind of overpower his guys right here. So let's pull those guys back. Actually, maybe we should just go cap this real quick, but then he's going to know we're there, which kind of is a little bit tricky, but... so our little light cruisers here, they are stealth at the moment, so we can actually just go across over here. I don't mind actually accelerating over there and getting a little bit closer. Man, these things are fast. Pretty cool little ships with bombers and boarding torpedoes and all that other stuff going on. All right, so these guys are going to be accelerating. We have this objective. Now we can kind of move up a little bit with these ships. Just kind of secure a bit of a central position. And yeah, we need to find out what he's got going on there, what the rock is cooking. So I think we're going to take this guy like and just scout his fleet. We really need to know. And he does have an auger probe actually coming at us here, which is going to be pretty good for him. So let's go ahead and just drift over this direction, see if we can dodge it. And these guys, we accidentally wasted all of the thrusters, which is something I do, you know, quite often. Very amateur mistake. Let's go ahead and accelerate right here with this little guy. We're going to capture this one. And the other one will then run off to the edge of the map just to kind of play it safe. And yeah, he's going to totally discover us, which is fine. So he might send boarding torpedoes, which that's a pretty common tactic, like for the Space Marines. Once you discover the enemy's fleet, you just spam boarding torpedoes at them. All right, so let's go ahead and get a fat, juicy scan, and good. All right, so now we can kind of drift away here. This guy's probably going to be having a bad time. So he does have his big ol', oh yeah, he's got a battle barge. So that thing's going to be pretty heavy metal. And yeah, we'll fly back here, and you probably need to go back this direction. And these are like little torpedoes, so we'll try and dodge those for now. All right, so yeah, he's capturing this. Man, I really should finish, but he fired torpedoes. It looks like in my other escort ship here, they might just be regular torpedoes. So we'll just kind of come back and forth there and get that objective, and we'll send you guys over there to deal with that one. A little bit of indecision, but it's not the end of the world. So I just wanted to make sure, yes, okay, so now he's sending, doesn't look like those are boarding torpedoes. We'll find out in a second. We'll actually keep one ship here just to send some fighters to kind of help out with those, just in case. And it looks like it might be, actually. So let's go ahead and send you to grab this objective. You guys come back around. No, those are just regular torpedoes, I think. He was just kind of shooting into space. Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, so we'll go ahead and drop some bombers on this ship right here, get some boarding action on the little escort if we can. Get you going, you going, you going. I'm not sure why my ships like look kind of funky like that. Unfortunately, we might actually capture the center objective, which is going to be pretty funny. All right, so we've done some pretty good work here, I guess. And let's go ahead and just turn around and deal with him. And we can honor the chapter as well, which is going to probably polish this guy off. We'll turn around. I should have just rammed him, really, but I just got a little bit sloppy with that. So we're going to come over here. This guy's going to run down this direction, and this guy's going to go ahead and run down this direction, then come back. So yeah, I was a little bit lazy on grabbing those objectives, but we should be getting this one right here. And yeah, I keep forgetting these ships have like no guns, so it's going to be just like a complete wet noodle contest. Now, what we're going to do with these other two is we're going to grab them, and we're going to send fighters on his big flagship, which is going to kind of distract it. And we'll go ahead and start sending some boarding torpedoes up and around. And then this guy can come. We'll turn his thrusters on. We could do a high-speed turn, but we don't really need to, I don't think. And let's go ahead. Fighters are going to be there in just a moment. So now we can send boarding torpedoes right there, which are going to be a little bit behind our fighters. And we'll go ahead and just kind of strafe across and get ready to party. Now, with our other ships, yeah, we sent our fighters. Fighters are going to get in there. We're going to take some damage of our own, but yeah, it looks like he used call to arms, which is going to reduce the boarding damage. We'll pull you back here, grab this objective, and you need to just get on that objective, and we'll put him in group 4. And yeah, we're going to get in there and just do some boarding. Boarding definitely quite a bit more effective than lightning strikes. And you can see we've got some pretty decent damage here. We'll press a stasis bomb just to kind of see if we can keep him from going anywhere. We're going to do some big boarding on the flagship here, and we got boarding, and we can't quite get the lightning strike. The engine has been damaged here, so unfortunately not much we can do about that. And he's a little bit out of range for Honor the Chapter. So we're going to pull this guy back right now, which is our flagship. And these guys can go ahead and circle up and over the top. You can get this, and yeah, we're getting this objective quite handily over here. And our two little ships here, we could send boarding torpedoes, but we have a pretty massive crew right there, you know, as is. So we'll send you guys here and here to kind of help out against these, a little bit delayed on that, which is unfortunate. So we're going to send our own torpedoes over there, and hopefully we can kind of strafe up and, you know, work on those ships. All right, great. So he's here now. And can I get you over here, actually? We'll send some boarding torpedoes with our other ship right there. And our two fighters, we're going to kind of drift up and around the side here, see if we can get a little bit closer and start focusing down this ship. So let's go ahead and put on lock-on stance. And we were a little bit sloppy with that originally, but man, our engines are very, very damaged. We're going to honor the chapter on this guy. So we got some pretty decent boarding, and we already are in brace for impact, which is quite nice. So let's go ahead and get boarding on this back ship, since it's just what we can reach. It's what plants crave. And let's go ahead and shoot a boarding torpedo over here. Great, so the fighting's underway. Let's go ahead and get out of here and accelerate just so we don't get rammed. Definitely don't want any of that funny business. We'll start shooting you and shooting you as well. And his big flagship's definitely in a little bit of trouble. We still have some substantial boarding efforts on it. And let's go ahead and send the bombers over here if we can. We'll do a high-speed turn, see if we can get down here, and good. We're going to accelerate down there. Okay, back to the main fight. Still a fierce cockfight if I've ever seen one. And it looks like his ship over here is definitely pretty damaged. Now, do we have any sort of, we have boarding torpedoes. We need to make sure to just hulk his flagship if we can. And this guy's a fire, so let's go ahead and do some repairs if we can. And let's send some fighters over in this direction just to kind of, you know, intercept and, you know, cause a little bit of a difficulty for my opponent. So we're going to put this stasis bomb right here, see if we can capture any of his ships in that. And we do have a boarding action coming up relatively soon. We're going to see if we can get a little bit closer. Our flagship's in pretty good shape. As far as the crew capacity, it's doing well for itself. Let's go ahead and launch boarding right there, and we'll get some boarding torpedoes as well. And we're in brace for impact. We'll honor the chapter as well. We did get rammed. He got a nice little ram on us, and this ship still is not down. So, all right, so let's go ahead and polish off his flagship. I mean, our boarding efforts on it have been relatively successful, but yeah, he's still got some, you know, pot action going on. All right, so this guy is going to have, we can go ahead and honor the chapter there, and then from here we want traditional boarding, and from here we want to get the lightning strike probably. Yeah, we'll just lightning strike it. And it seems like he was able to mitigate some of that right there. I'm not sure how. Okay, so it's hulked now, which is good. So let's pull you guys down and around. Our flagship's in a little bit of trouble, and we have no means of repairing it. So from here, let's get you guys, do high-speed turns. And yeah, we just need to accelerate down there and, you know, protect our flagship. I think it's going to be pretty important. And this guy's going. Let's go ahead and drop bombers. And we definitely want to chase. We don't want to let this guy get away. So we're going to try and honor the chapter here. And we can't do a lightning strike quite yet, but let's go ahead and do a broadside here. And we got that. Okay, that should be able to finish off that little ship, and then from there we can grab this objective back. Great, so we have our hunter here. Let's go ahead and get him up and over the top and go grab that back objective if we can. Space fighting's still going. No repairs on this guy at the moment, but let's go ahead and take inventory of our opponent's ships. He did get his flagship back, which is going to be a little bit tough, so let's send some of the boarding fighters out there to see if we can just finish it off, but he is about to get our ship here. But we really need to just hulk that big ship. It really needs to happen. We'll send some boarding torpedoes right there, which might actually be enough to finish him off. All right, so onto the chapter. We could do it right here. We're going to start working on this ship, and let's see if we can get a boarding. And do we want to send fighters? I think we could send some fighters to kind of protect in this general area against like some, you know, any sort of boarding threats. So this guy's going to be in some trouble here. So let's go ahead and send the boarding torpedoes up here and get the stasis bomb going right there. And we can honor the chapter in just a moment. But man, our ships are definitely getting pretty tattered. How's this guy not? We do have the boarding torpedoes, which let's go ahead and send those if we can. We need to really just like get that guy. Let's go ahead and accelerate onto the chapter. For some reason, he's like immune to our boarding actions. Like it doesn't seem like it's like working. I don't know if that's like a bug or something. But yeah, we should be able to board our own ship and get it back here. So we're going to do that with honor the chapter in a moment. Got that ship back, which is good. Let's go ahead and get the boarding going right there. And come up and under. Okay, we hulked it. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. That was weird. Let's do a high-speed turn to get the appropriate angle. We'll board this chapter. Board the ship right here. We're going to run you to grab that objective. And it's pretty close in terms of the battle. I think we're doing pretty good. I don't know. It's hard. Right as I say that, you know, we do get a ship kind of, you know, taken out there. But let's go ahead and spin around here. This big ship is you know, out of commission. So we're going to go ahead and fly up here. And let's go ahead and send some fighters. Actually, we're just going to send the Dreadclaw squadron. Yeah, we have an escort going up there. We don't need to worry too much about that. It's on you. Let's get some boarding torpedoes coming downtown on you. And yeah, I think it's just time to start using regular torpedoes. So we're going to go ahead and turn about face here, and we're going to go ahead and line these guys up in just a second, and boom. All right. We kind of might have missed that. Anyways, we're going to go in for the back ram as well. And yeah, it seems like we kind of missed that, but we did cause a fire on board, which is good. And our ships are still going strong. They're still going somehow, some way. All right, so let's fire boarding torpedoes at you. This one has a pretty small amount of crew left. Is there any repairs we can do on either of these ships? Not really. Yeah, he's pretty much hulked out here. Can you smell what the Hulk is cooking? Great, so we're going to get this objective. So even though he's really far ahead, I think we're going to end up coming back here. All right, let's get you guys going down here. And as far as focus fire, we can start shooting at... Yeah, so we want to get all our ships and put them in the focus fire, so we'll have him shoot the ship if we can. This guy's on fire, not much we can do about that. We'll get a boarding action going right here, and we'll honor the chapter to get the ship back if we can. And damn, I noticed a little bit too late he got his big flagship. So we're going to send the boarding ships over there to kind of go deal with that. And do we have any traditional boarding here? We do, which is good. And that ship's been scuttled. It's been scuttled, so let's see if we can get it back using boarding torpedoes. Oh my goodness, it's just so close. And we have our little guy right there doing his thing as well. Very, very close fight, but we need to shut off his big flagship again. We do have honor the chapter, so let's go ahead and do that. That should be enough to take him out here. Let's go ahead and launch torpedoes there. Let's go ahead and turn about and see if we can get him back. Do we have anything to get our other ship back? We could honor the... Oh, no, they took honor the chapter off these little ships. That's what I remember the change being. So let's get you over there to grab that if we can. And we have Hulk's big ship again. Oh, the crew is just so low on so many of these ships here. All right, so we need to get up there. Have you just kind of shoot at that if we can. Oh, I need to just get the honor the chapter on this ship that has one left, and I could use it to even get our other ship back, which might be better. No, we're gonna try and shut that guy down if we can. We have this like somewhat healthy ship, so let's go ahead and get the Dreadclaw Squadron doing its thing. Space Marines don't really have to worry too much about the. Let's go ahead and get the Dreadclaw going right there. Let's get some regular torpedoes turned about here and regular torpedoes. Oh my God, this is such a knockdown drag out fight. Torpedoes! And you need to stop so we don't ram our own ship here. And let's burn retros. Oh my God. This is insane. This is such a close battle, and his big ship is just hulked out right now. And it looks like, oh, he got it back again. So unfortunately, Lightning Strike is pretty much offline here. So yeah, he's gotten that ship back, which is tough. We are taking a lot of damage here, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and scoot down this way. Going, and do we have Lightning Strikes? We do. Who do we want to get? I guess we'll just get you for now. We did get a critical action there. How are we doing on crew here? We're doing pretty good for ourselves. Let's go ahead here, and we can just, man, that big ship needs to go. It needs to go. We'll just shoot some torpedoes downtown, I guess, for now. Let's get some torpedoes right here, shoot those, and we can honor the chapter as well. Hopefully we can cause some substantial damage. We did get a critical hit. I probably should have used the Lightning Strike to get back our other ship. Unfortunately, we can honor the chapter here in a second, which will get us one of our ships back. But I think we scuttle it here. I think we scuttle that one. I think we have to. We'll get some bombers going on you. That ship's pretty beat to hell. And I mean, I could scuttle this one as well, but I think we don't do that yet. We've now secured all the objectives, and we do have this guy in the back who I've been a little bit, you know, I should have brought him back to the battle earlier. Okay, so that actually worked. That scuttling was pretty effective. I think we bring back our other ship now. Yeah, good. So he's coming up and around. These guys, neither of them have boarding torpedoes, but let's bring them down here just to help in the fight. Look, this is just such a Space Marine on Space Marine battle, isn't it? Just like just derelict ships everywhere. And we forgot to switch off running silent earlier, which is really noobish of us. But it's okay. It's not really the biggest of deals. So this ship probably needs to live. Let's go ahead and line up some torps here. Sometimes you can get like collateral damage and like kill the crew. All right, here they go, and it made decent contact. Looks like he's coming in for that fat ram. Not much we can do about that. We're just gonna have to take it like absolute champs here. And Space Marines are pretty much immune to leadership, which is quite nice. So let's get you guys going. We can see if we can torpedo this ship down, and let's go ahead and send some of the Dreadclaws over there to try and take that ship out if we can. And we do have a Lightning Strike, so yeah, I think we just do that. That should be able to get it, but it looks like it didn't have any crew impact that I can see. And there we go. We've now hulked it. So the Dreadclaw that we sent over there was a little bit of a waste, but it's okay. So we are taking some work here. All of his ships are pretty much scuttled. Oh my God, this is such a fierce cockfight. And we have bombers here. I mean, bombers are going to be okay and close, like since we're so close. And I should probably try and go onto the chapter on my scuttled ship back there and try and get that back. And it looks like we were actually able to hulk that ship because he transferred back to this one. Interesting. This is just like a chess match. And we're getting so low. I should try and... I think we just honor him. Not in that kind of a way. So we'll send some boarding torpedoes over here as well. We'll go ahead and accelerate, get a little bit closer if we can. And you guys can shoot your torpedoes down that direction, see if we can get them. And we're getting rammed, boys! We're getting rammed! Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think we should be able to get some serious like troop casualties on this guy right here. So we're going to do this, and we'll send some the Dreadclaws as well to try and take him out. So I made quite a few mistakes this game, but nonetheless, it's been a pretty great cockfight. And we have troop transfers. We could transfer some troops, but looks like Yeah, okay, we're getting in there. He's losing some troops, and we're stealthed again. So I guess running in silent isn't terrible. It seems I'm relatively new to that. Oh, man, he got his big ship back. No, not again. Not again. All right, so let's get you over there if we can. Hopefully we can kind of derelict. I mean, he's running out of troops to transfer. So let's go ahead and get you guys. Oh, no. Get out of there. Oh, he scuttled that ship. Oh, my God. That was so intense. All right, so we're coming up and under. I think we go for the flagship again. And let's go ahead and accelerate. The ship is very, very healthy, so I could send boarding torpedoes over there. I think that's going to be prudent. And then we can actually just focus on this ship. So we'll get our focus fire going there. And it looks like he was able to get... Is that another ship? No, he's actually going after mine. So we'll just send the bombers, like, before it breaks. We'll get you going. And those boarding torpedoes, if they can make any contact there, that's going to be really, really strong. I guess I could have... Come on, get in there. Get in there. Okay. Okay. We made contact, which is good. We could send some fighters here to kind of butter this gap for later. Let's send some fighters. I think that's going to be... That's like playing the long game. And as far as points go, we actually managed to take, like, all of the objectives. So, and this guy, let's just pull him down here and, like, hide him somewhere. We should probably turn on the collision field so we can see what's happening. So he did get us here with this one. And it looks like he's trying to get his flagship back again. So let's go ahead and do a high-speed turn here and send the torpedoes down there. Although it's probably better suited to, like... Yeah, I guess we have lightning strikes here. So we sent the boarding torpedoes. I don't know if they went. It looks like they just might have, like, shot a little bit hog wild there. So we'll scuttle this little small ship, see if we can get some damage going. And we'll honor the chapter here. We gotta try and shut him down. Honor the chapter, I'm pretty sure has unlimited charges, so at some point we can get that other ship back, which is gonna be good. So we did that. Is this ship just done? What happened? Oh, he must have scuttled it. I was like, what happened to that ship? It just went into the Shadow Realm there. All right, so let's get you going up there. We're actually starting to pull ahead on points. I mean, I guess I should probably go in reload stance, but this ship has no guns anyways. Oh, I just switched out of brace for impact. That's so sloppy. All right, so let's go ahead and send bombers. Screw it. He's like right in front of me. Let's get some damage. And the bombers should do some pretty good work against him, or they just get destroyed. I guess that was not the right choice. Oh my God. All right, pull you down. Do you have anything you can send over here? It looks like some bombers as well. And let's see if we can sneak you back around to kind of get that guy. Like, get this ship back online. All right, so we need to, like, pull some fancy maneuvers right now. No, you need to focus this ship. All right, great. So now we're going to turn around and get ready to shoot some torpedoes. And just a second. All right. Those bombers are coming. My opponent smells the blood in the water. He's going for it. Oh, he's so fast. He's going to get the ship. It's not going to be enough points to, like, win him the game, but we do have Honor the Chapter. If we can at least get that off before he goes quietly. Damn, that's not good. All right, so let's go ahead and shoot some torps down here. He's going to be turning that direction, so we'll try and line him up like that. We do have a lightning strike as well, so yes, we got the lightning strike off. And let's pull back and Honor the Chapter on our other ship. Have our little guy grab this objective if we can. And let's send fighters over there to kind of soften up his turrets and play the long game. I should have done that before. Sending the bombers was a mistake. Okay, so we're going there. Fighters are going to go start, causing them some issues, and we're going to honor the chapter on this ship in just a moment. We're going to get back. Fighters are going to start buttering his bread a little bit, and honor the chapter. Yes, he is back online, brother. All right, so we're going down with that ship. We'll do a high-speed turn. You're going to go capture this little objective if we can. Man, this has been a crazy good game. I mean, I've made a ton of mistakes in terms of like stances and stuff, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. All right, so let's go ahead and launch some torps, and boom. All right, so that should be pretty good there. We should get the torpedoes on him. Looks like it's gonna... Ooh, yeah, okay. Now we just need to get like any sort of boarding action on this other ship. Yeah, he's done for. Let's make sure to focus this guy with our ship, with our guns. He should be dying in just a second. And then turnabout. Okay, we got him. And this should be it. The boarding action, the heroes of the Astartes are going to be jumping on the ship. And we got some fat boarding. Oh my god. What a cockfight that was. Pretty sure that's it. Well played to my opponent. The Space Marine versus Space Marine mirror match is pretty wild. But the running in silent thing, I mean, I know I made a pretty big mistake like leaving it like that. But I think at the end of the day, it did re-stealth our ships kind of annoyingly to our opponent. But yeah, I don't know. I just got so caught up in the boarding actions and... when you're in Space Marine versus Space Marine, you should definitely be in brace for impact because it makes your turrets better against their boarding and some of the other torpedoes they shoot at you. So yeah, that was a wild one. But we were able to Hulk that big ship, and it's just, oh man, what a tedious grind that was. But it was still fun. I don't mean tedious in like a negative way. So very well played to my opponent, Zoe Kai over there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Dark Angels versus Space Wolf showdown, and we will see you guys next time. Take care.